Good morning and welcome to the Babi Actif page. Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Natasha and I'm pleased to be here this morning. If you're watching live, give a little shout, give me a little wave. Let me know who you are. We're going to do a workout today specifically for 6 months plus postnatal women. But anyone who's looking for a workout, bit of Pilates, fun fitness, you can join in. So that includes dads. Alright, so what you do need is a really safe space to work out in. Okay, and if you haven't joined us before, we tend to use some homemade kit in your homemade studio. So you usually have a drink with you. Today we are going to use a chair, a sturdy chair propped up somewhere sturdy that doesn't move, okay? Some dumbbells, alternative to dumbbells that you've got. Heavy books really work well. A lot of people are using bottled water. That's pretty much it. We might use a band for a stretch if we get to that floor section, but at the end we will be doing a relaxation, and the relaxation works really well if you can put something over your eyes. So if you can just rest something over your eyes, so probably like a dark piece of material, so it could be anything from a dark coloured clean tea towel, clean sock or a scarf, and we're just laying that over your eyes. At the end we're going to do a very short relaxation at the end today. So if you're just coming to watch me, you'll need a chair, dumbbells, something to lay on your eyes for the relaxation, a safe space, and of course please don't attend today's session if you're not feeling 100% fit and well. Just stop watching, press pause, and then come back. Technically talking, if you're watching me and I've got like really big kind of grey faded out or black lines down the side of me or blocks down the side of me, if you turn your tablet up to portrait, if you're watching on a tablet or on a mobile, if you're watching on a laptop, then you will have those black lines on the side of me. I hope you can see and hear me clearly with these little AirPods in this morning. That will be good to know if you're watching and you can hear me a little bit clearer than that. And I think we're ready to go. So I have a chair and dumbbells, and I'm just going to get the relaxation section. And there we go. So we do fitness first, a little bit of heart pumping fitness first, really designed to get you going and to challenge your balance a little bit and get your core muscles to have some responsibility, particularly not looking at what we're doing, particularly using our eyes. Checking in here to get my drink at the back of the camera, and then we're ready to go. So let's go, warming up. Checking to see if it's going live onto the page. There it is. So we are ready. Give yourselves a little reach up. Spend time here just really stretching up to the sky. Bring your fingers really, 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 really wide, and do that one more time. Try and lift your shoulders right out of the sockets and right up. Give yourself a stretch down the sides of the body, down into the back. Mums are really, really tight in all these areas. One more time. This session has a little bit of impact in it, but you don't have to take that impact, and you don't even have to take the intensity up. You can take it down. Okay? Just looking for that live there. Brilliant. Let's start to work into some simple knee lifts. Excellent. I can see clearly now. All right. So can you see I'm lifting upper body up? I'm not bringing myself down. Stay up. Fabulous. If you're watching on replay, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for finding us. I'd love to know if you're watching this on the YouTube. So if you are, you can comment and let us know on there so we know that you've watched it, who you are, give us a wave. And if you're watching it on the website, again, thank you for joining us at the website. My name's Natasha. We're going to get into a little bit of a mini circuit, a couple of exercises we'll do a couple of times. Taking our knees up. Let's just work into that upper body a little bit now. Take your legs wide, thumbs up, pull your arms behind. Just add in a little squat. Just feel your feet on the floor, feel your heels on the floor for me. Rising on the top. One more of those. Controlled squat. This last one. Take your thumbs up, keep them where they are, and see if you can just imagine a bit like a windmill here. So the windmill doesn't move forwards or back. Not going to go all the way around. Like a windmill. So here, you're just going through the side of the body, opening up on the side. Excellent. And again, if you're watching, give me a little hello, give me a shout. Who are you? Give me a comment. Opening up, mind the chandeliers. Take your legs wide, let your fingers relax there. All right, just a little bit of impact if you want it, okay? We're going to start here. Jumps in, jumps out. So just lightly add an impact into your work. Now you're 6 months plus, particularly if you're thinking about running again. Check in with the pelvic floors. Do you feel a little bit of weakness there? Do you feel like you might be leaky? So we talk about that in all of our sessions. There's a pelvic floor exercise. That's really what makes a postnatal session, isn't it? So we're working on those muscles, either they're being worked by us, specific exercises, or they're just incorporated into the exercise because we move that way. And of course that subconscious work in the pelvic floors gives us a little bit of support there. Stepping out now. Little alternative. Quite straightforward stuff. Sure you've done all this before. So I'm going to give you, I've got a little stopwatch. It's a big stopwatch actually, it's here. So I'm going to give you 30 seconds of that straight away. Alright, on my clock. So you can do those little jumping jacks again. A little bit of soft landing or step out and in. But if you're stepping out and in, can you go a bit wider? You've done this movement in aerobics class before. If you like that one, you can even do the old-fashioned box step, all right, if that feels more comfortable. No choreography needed. Simple, straightforward workout this morning. Here we go. So we're going to do 30 seconds straight away. Choose what you want to do. You get some little bit of impact in there. So if you've done some pelvic floor training, check in what's happening here. Do you feel like you need to brace the pelvic floors for support during this lift? If you've been practicing pelvic floor, there becomes an automatic habit in the movements that you do. You start to activate those muscles consciously, and that gives them a little bit of protection, as in stop, that's 30 seconds, as in protection for impact. Something like brace for impact. That sort of begins to happen the more you work those muscles, become more responsive. The muscles have a great memory and they become more responsive to your movement. So let's layer in some of that pelvic floor straight away. We'll do it with the squats and then we'll continue to get warm. So here, up onto your toes, coming down, up onto your toes. So straight away, thinking about zipping up from the back passage up to the front. If you're not sure what we're talking about, please go back to some of our beginners videos. Those sessions are earlier on in the week, so check those ones. So here, zipping up, back to front. So you're relaxing down and zipping up, back to front. I'm going to do 4 more, and I'm really going to think about relaxing and then zipping up. And there's many ways to work those pelvic floor muscles. It's not one particular exercise that does all the magic. It's the combination, a bit like your food plate. Last one, up onto those heels. Excellent. All right, take your arms out to the side and down again. Now, do you like this exercise? This is an exercise that taxes the shoulders a little bit. The shoulders are quite a small muscle group, There's 3 sections on the shoulder, and that's kind of why they feel a little bit tired sometimes when we get them working, because they're so small compared to your buttocks, for example, quadriceps. So if this feels like it's quite a lot going up and you've got quite a lot of tension here, then you won't need to add dumbbells to that today when we do lateral raises. Let's just roll our shoulders out. So you've had a go. Some lateral raises straight away. You've had a go. Some squats, some knee lifts already. Big circles here, a few more squats. Preparation squats. Go as wide as comfortable as you like. And this one we use a visualization for. Why not? We're at the beach. Putting our hands into some cool water and splashing it up. Splashing that water up. Really get into a good shoulder roll here. Rotate your hands and get that movement into the shoulders. Open the chest. Let's do one more. Waking up that body. Well done. Jump back. Think about getting your chair ready for me. What I think you would need, you need a chair and your dumbbells. So my chair, unfortunately, doesn't have anywhere to lean in the studio. So it's really important that you have your chair that is leaning up against something. Safety first. So when you have your exercise station ready, your chair, you have 3 options. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate all 3 options. You're going to pick an option. Today's menu, you have a trio of moves on your chair. So the first one, we've done this before, tap up. So my foot is just tapping up. My body is not sinking. And now I know where the chair is, I don't need to look down at it. Okay, happy? Next option is the full foot onto the chair. So it's a little bit slower. I've got no shoes on. If you've got shoes on, you might have to lift your feet a little bit higher. And they might get a little bit sticky towards the chair. Try not to look at the chair. Easy, moderate, and then harder. The next level is standing on the chair. So standing all the way up on the chair and then trying to stand into this tall position and you come up. So putting your foot all the way and then standing up to where you're probably out of shot now, up onto the chair, hips forward, then coming down. And again, so push the hips forward and then coming down. This is really going to open up the pelvic floor and stretch it, because if you imagine pelvic floor in its position, you've got your pelvic floor in its position. If you take the legs wide, can you see when you take the legs wide, this bit gets stretched. Oh, lost me screw. Put that there, don't lose that. Oh, genitalia, she won't like that, will she? Having a screw loose. So what we're going to do is stretch that open. So this is part of your pelvic floor work. So you're stretching that way, if that makes sense. So put genitalia, let's put that there. Put genitalia to rest over here. Come back here. Fix that later. So we're going up on the chair. I'm going to give you a choice straight away. Can you do that for straight away, just 45 seconds? Anything you like with your arms. I'm going to tap up. My foot on there, go. So think about your chair being steady. Think about your posture not changing. And if you're going quite a steady speed, perfect. We don't want to rush this exercise. So if you're standing up on the chair now, you're really going for that more challenging option. Can you put your hands on your chest? Fold your arms for me, please. So we're not using hands. So if you're with me and you're putting your whole foot flat on the chair, you can really feel that connection to the chair through your feet. I'm much warmer now, by the way. I hope you are too. And you are 3, 2, 1, and you're done. And you're done. Well done. It's 45 seconds. Fabulous. Now what we're going to do is we're going to move on to repeating it with a lateral raise. So this is where you need your dumbbells or your heavy books. So I'm just going to grab medium weights. I'm going to add in a lateral raise. So what I want you to do is think about a lovely light hand grip. You've got a choice. You can do one arm, singles, or you can do doubles. Shoulder height is all you need. If the weights are really going really, really high, it's probably because they're too light for you. So we can work towards getting something that challenges you up to around shoulder height. Try and keep shoulders in their place. And what we're going to do is your choice of exercise. You can step up all the way onto the chair as you did before for the most challenging of the trio. Just hold the weights by your side. For everybody else, if you're with me, you're going to do 2 taps, 1 left. And if you're just tapping up, it's the same. 2 taps, 1 left. Or you're doing single arm. Okay, and you can work that out. You can layer in the single arm. Should we go? 45 seconds? Let's get this one done. Go. So I hope you haven't got a cushion on your chair and the chair's leaning up against something so it's sturdy, fireplace, radiator, warm. Certainly not a movable chair. Breathing and smiling. Breathing out in the effort, of course. 15 seconds just over that left. Simple workout you can do at home. You don't need the gym membership to work out. You can work out at home all year long and for the rest of your life. We've learnt that now, haven't we, in COVID? That's your 45 seconds. Dump your weights down. Well done, everyone. 2 sets of 45 seconds. Feel good? So here, let's get back into that chair, ladies. All right, chair is stable. Remember, it's leaning against something, not like mine. What you're going to do is see if you can get your bottom to the chair, so you can come further back if you need to, or further forward, depending on your position of your chair and your spine. Then coming up, what you do is rise up and then come back down. So just kiss the chair with your bottom, okay? 45 seconds. Shall we go? Go! Up onto your toes if you want to. And then for those who are really well coordinated, there's some of the people who've been doing their pelvic floor work with us from the beginning. So remember, we've done over 50 sessions here on the Babi Actif page. We're really proud to have that bank of resources for the future and for forevermore. Fantastic source of workouts for stages of postnatal for mums. Pelvic floor relax here, squeeze here. So that's from back to front. And I've got just 9 seconds. Big smiles, drop your shoulders. Energy here. Last one, reaching up. Excellent. How was that? Working on, all right, we're gonna do the lateral raises. Put your chair back for me, lateral raises to tap up. And we're coming back onto that one again. And that one's 45 seconds. These are short circuits. We're back up here. Moving your position. Are you ready? Straight away, grab your dumbbells. If you're using dumbbells, what are you going to use? Roll your shoulders. Should we go? 4, 3, 2, go. Now I'm looking at that chair now, figured it out. If you're standing tall, please come up to a very upright position and just keep yourselves focused on continuing for 45 seconds. That's all we need to do. We don't need to rush this. It's not about how many you do. We can have intensity by using more concentration. We can have intensity by using more body parts simultaneously. And certainly, if you've been training all the way through your pregnancy, you'll be feeling quite strong doing all these movements. But if you're new to exercise, you might feel you have to concentrate quite hard. So we want you to enjoy it. This looks like my last one. I've got one each side and then I'm done. Brilliant, that's your 45 seconds, ladies. Dump your dumbbells down. And we're going into those chair squats. Now what you can do is drop your arms in this one and carry your dumbbells. So if you want to work harder, this is working really harder into the lower body, isn't it? So lower back. So if you've got a particularly niggly lower back, you don't want to add heavy weights to that. Certainly want to wait till you've got a lot more conditioning in there. But if you want to add some heavier weights in, for you feeling quite strong, obviously what loads through the spine loads through the pelvic floor. So adding this amount of weight, you know, is like being pregnant again. So that pressure is there through the pelvic floor. So as you're doing your weights this time, you're not going to take your arms up at top. You're just going to have them here on your chest, and you're going to sit back into that chair. 45 seconds, practicing your pelvic floor. So if you can keep your head and chest up. If that doesn't feel right, you can have them by your side. Drop your arms down by your side, but try not to have your hands, shoulders crunched up towards your ears. Should we go? 45 seconds. Most of you have done this one before. I don't want to spend too much time giving you some information about it. We'll go straight to it. So push your hips forward. Big smiles. Got the clock on the floor there so I can see. I'm trying to lift my chest. Can you see my posture? I'm kind of lifting my chest. Probably breathing out somewhere. Can you figure it out? Big smiles. I'm going to put my weights on the chest for the last 10 seconds. So you could be pelvic floor exercising here, couldn't you? Relax, then up. Child jumps on your lap. You activate your neck. That pelvic floor action. 5 seconds. Excellent, last one. Drop your dumbbells down. I'm happy with that, ladies. We've done a little mini circuit round and round with those exercises. I just want to make sure that your heart rate's gone up. So, I want to make sure your heart rate's gone up on there. So what I want to do is give you a little bit more of that standing impact work. So I'm going to move the chair away. What we're going to work on now is straight away our walkouts. So those who've been doing our walkouts, we're going to do a minute of walkouts. And if you're not sure what the walkout is, here's a quick demonstration. So if you know what they are, please go ahead and do one. Reach up, take your time, come back down, set yourself up into here, go straight back up. Or when you're on the floor, add in a plank. Or a little bit of a press up. Add in a press up that you like. Try and get that chest to the floor, remember, or you're adding a plank, you can add some impact into your plank and then come straight back up. You can even add your jacks at the top. So lots of variation there. So choose the most comfortable version that you can keep doing with full flow of breath for 1 minute, okay? Don't worry about how many you do, I'll shout you when it's done. I'm going to suggest 4 jacks on the top, 1 press up for me. All right, depending on your energy mood, you decide what you want to do. All right, standing at the edge of your mat, clear your space. Are you ready? Go. Reaching up. Come down. I need a jack then, so I wanted a jack already. Look a bit bouncy. 1 press up. Nose to the floor. You can add a plank. Come straight back. Take your time. It's not about how quick you get up. 1, 2, heels down. It's not about how quick you get up. Adding an arm at the top. There's no right or wrong way of doing these exercises. You just want them, you know, well, there is if you want to get technical about it. And of course the teaching here gives you lots of range, so you can work to your own levels, depending on how your energies are and what you feel like doing today. Also depending on your fitness level, of course, because everybody's in here mixed ability, isn't it? Roll your shoulders, if you're coming down, make sure your nose goes to the floor and your nose isn't in line with your hands on that one. Got 10 seconds. Can I do another one? Let's go. I didn't do my jacks. Did you miss me doing my jacks? I have to do extra jacks. Down to the floor. Come up. That's a minute. Hang on a minute. Let's do 8 jacks for me. Heels down. Excellent. And I'm in there with that minute. Well done. Rotate the wrist if you need to. How are you? Did your heart rate go up? I'd love to know. Did your heart rate go up on that little bit of a circuit? Go up. How's it feeling? So we're around the 25-minute mark now, so you should have done some squats, challenged a little bit of your balance because you're not looking where you're going, stepping up onto the chair, certainly worked into the pelvis, the hips, the lower back, had some shoulder play, and shoulder also supports the neck and the upper back, so it's a really good muscle group to work with for everybody, but particularly for people who've got lower back, upper back and posture concerns. So we need to build on the shoulders, build up onto muscles that support the back and the spine. So here we've worked all the way through those, and I think we're done on that section. I want to start working onto your Pilates wind down and make sure we get our relaxation in at the last section for you this morning. Previous videos we have had lots of little chats at the videos, and we've also had some great feedback about what to provide for you in those chats. So if you happen to have any, oh, I really think I want to know some answers to this, because maybe you're joining us just in the last month or so. If you haven't looked back through those videos, obviously there's quite a lot of content there, and you have got a niggling question, please ask in any of the comments sections available across all social media, and we will answer those for you. So I'm not going to do a chat. I may throw in some information and education as we're going along, but I'm actually not going to do much of a chat. I may do specific little live for a chat instead. Have a drink. Cheers. I'm warm, I'm feeling good, I'm I'm feeling like I've done a little bit of work, and if I had a heart rate monitor on, I'm sure my heart rate would have gone up a touch. So now it's over to you to grab yourselves a little bit of a drink and to grab yourselves some material to put over your eyes when you're doing your relaxation. So that's the next bit. Let's see what that is. Not sure what that is, excuse me. Not sure what that one is. Oh, that one. Oh, there we are. Sorry, a little bit of a technical hitch on my phone there. Like Emma, I've also been clearing out the amount of stuff on my phone to make way for all the wonderful fresh material that we have in our lives on social media. Okay, so we're slowing down now. I've opened the window quite wide, let some air in. Let's just talk about going down to the floor as we get ready. We're going to be on hands and knees for the next maybe 10 minutes or so, so I'm going to give you some options for your wrists. So coming down to the floor, I'll just go through that with you. Simple way of helping your back out when you come down to the floor. So really good test actually of how strong your hips are, your back is, your coordination is. If you can come down to the floor without using your hands, that is going to really give you a better way of moving, and Mum's doing that every day. So that's actually one of the exercises that I do in some of my sessions. You're literally coming down onto the floor and getting back up again without looking, pushing up using the right muscles in the mechanical way. It's really going to help you, especially if you've got baby on your chest, you've forgotten a nappy, you've forgotten a toy, you've got to, you know, maybe pick the small dog up and the baby, hands aren't available, and it's going to keep your spine really tall. Okay, so that's a really good way of coming down. And then of course we've been going down with our Pilates roll as well, so I'm just going to go through that for you. We'll do our Pilates revision of breath on the way down when we're sitting on the floor. So here, chin to chest. I'm using this way to come down just to give you a little bit of space in the vertebra. I'm just going to do it once today. I recommend doing it 4 or 5 times. Bend those knees generously, and then sometimes we come down to squat, don't we, like that. And then we're on the floor. So sitting down as you want to, you can sit down on your bottom here. I recommend sitting at the edge of a cushion anytime you're sitting on the floor, to just give your hips a little bit of a boost. It's really going to support you, the tightness in the hips. You may notice as you get into your 30s, you start to have, like, you're sort of hanging on to try and keep, make it easier for yourself, sort of lifting your body up, holding on with tension, but really you want to be able to relax those weights onto your lower back here. There's like a weight here, and then give yourself some support there. So either propping yourself up onto the edge of a cushion, sitting on your sitting bones for sure, lengthening up through the spine. So here, let's just practice our Pilates breath straight away. Focus on inhaling wide, and then with one hand, so this is revision for a lot of you, so just have a play with the breath. See if you can recognise that your abdomen, all the muscles at the front of the body, when you breathe in, probably through your nose, are coming away from your hand or staying away from your hand. So instead of breathing in and filling your belly up, let's do that first. Breathing in. Let's fill our belly up, excuse me. Breathing in. Filling the belly up with air. It's belly breath, very calming. One more time. Rising into your hands here with the belly. Big full breath all the way through the lungs. Feels like you're blowing your lungs up and they're in your belly. And you'll notice that's how your baby breathes. They breathe into their belly, and they breathe into their chest, and they rise and fall. Watching them will help you get a better idea of what muscles are working when you breathe. So here, instead of breathing into the belly, we're now breathing into our rib cage. The hand is going to give you an opportunity to just take control of your the muscles underneath your rectus abdominis, so the deep muscles on your core system called the transverse abdominal muscles, and they come around you, and you'll be holding your body, your internal organs. Remember, there's lots of layers in there holding what your internal organs are towards the spine. So kind of like having a tight belt on, like what you see with weightlifters are watching. That creates a support system for the back, because of course the back is part of your core system as well. So we're inhaling wide, and we're not blowing up through the tummy muscles. We're asking the deep muscles to work. So that's the first point. The second point is, and we'll do these together, is when you breathe out, that it feels like your muscles are coming towards the spine. So you're expanding in the ribs, not coming outwards through the tummy. And then as you breathe out, muscles are coming. So try that. Let's do 3 rounds. Relax your shoulders, lengthen your spine. Here we go. Breathing in. Breathing out. Your rhythm, please. Say hi if you're watching. Expand even into the back of your body. To the side, into the back of your body. Breathing in. And out. Muscles come away from your hands, cinching in towards your belly button. Kind of like scooping in. As you do that, automatically the pelvic floor will get involved. And if you've been doing the Pilates breath for a very long time, you'll notice that you can do more on the pelvic floor as well, as long as it doesn't compromise the transverse abdominals, working deeply there, because we really want to get those to support you, healing your gap, or if you've got a permanent gap like me, keeping the tensegrity of that gap strong so that there aren't any long-term weaknesses there, any hernias, any pelvic discomfort, but relating to having a weakness across that midline, and of course reflecting back on the weakness of your back. Okay, so really good reasons to practice on your Pilates breath. It's recommended by physios all over the world now as a go-to for strengthening the core system, which you've probably heard quite a lot already in magazines and social media. And it's also recognised for mechanical back pain, which in the UK is one of the top reasons why many people are actually signed off work, is because of their back pain. So Pilates is a great way to start working on that, really focusing in on getting your back stronger. Okay, so hands and knees. So if you can, you're coming here. If you've got wrists that are irritable, you can come onto fists. I suggest you face them inwards like that instead of like that, your choice. I'm going to come onto my flat hands, roll my shoulders. So here, roll the shoulders. See if you can get some crunching. And if you feel like that's a bit of a strange thing, I've never done that before, take them up, back, down, around, just here. And just really pay attention to the space that you're creating. You're effectively giving a space into the shoulders, the shoulder blades, of really feeling that deeply here. You're creating space, and this is what you get when you get a massage. And of course, none of us have had a massage unless you're blessed with somebody who lives in your bubble who can give a good massage. Here you can get into what feels like those nodules when they press them. It feels like you're getting to those areas. So huge benefit for being able to do this for yourself, of course. One more, up, back, down and around, and then just take them the other way just a couple of times. It's important that we've got the ability to do both. I'm going to do one more. That's 3. Try it on your hands and knees, and that's going to, when you roll your shoulders back, bring your shoulders into the sockets, bring the shoulder blades into your sockets, which means you employ these muscles. It means these latissimus dorsi muscles, they kind of look like a triangle on some really heavily set men, they look like a triangle that way. Those muscles on the outside, the latissimus dorsi muscles, and they help you to pull your arms down, for example, or pull in, but they only really work to their optimum when your shoulders are set in the right position. So if you're working here, they're not getting their full ability here. They're not giving the responsibility enough. So that's why we work on those muscles, setting the shoulders. So on hands and knees, it's the same. So roll your shoulders here, and then we'll try and roll our shoulders here to make sure that they're in place. I'm not too concerned about where your knees go here. We're going to take them off the floor in a second. So shoulder rolls if you can. Take them the other way if it feels like it. That's a bit weird, that one, for me. The forward one, but you'll get used to it just the way I am, so work on your shoulders. Of course, helping your posture. Here, we're going to work on taking our toes underneath us, keeping our chest lifted, shoulders set, and then just rising to a position of around a small book under your knees. And we're going to do that 10 times. So, sorry Jenny, time to move. So if I have that there as a guide, when I come down to the floor, I want to come down, I want to be like that level off the floor, so like there, and then I want to come down. So it's definitely, if I was doing it there, you'd be able to see that I was off there, and then I'd move it down. Does that make sense? So that height is about that big, okay? Not much higher. Tendencies to go way too high or way too low on this one. We're going to do it on the out breath, ladies, and we're going to do it 10 times. You can stop anywhere along the 10. You can just lie down on the floor on your tummy and go, ah, if it feels like it's too much going on. Anywhere in the wrist, the chest, okay? For me, I'm going to try and do it on every exhale, so it will feel quite long if you're not used to spending time on your hands and wrists. So I advise you to maybe do 3, then rest into your child's pose, take the pressure off the wrist. You'll hear me counting, and then you can join back in and maybe do another 3. So this is up to you how many of these you do. We're going to roll my set position here. I'm going to inhale, tuck my toes under, inhale wide. Here we go. Down, inhale. Tummy muscles not hanging down here at all. Just feeling really strong, lift my chest, and try not to move my midsection. So I'm not doing any of this business. You'll notice I'm trying to keep it really steady. This is number 3, time for you to rest if you've not done this before. Let me bring my knees underneath my hips a bit more. I can just about see myself in that screen over there. This is number 4. And I'm not looking for accuracy, you know, a right angle on my hips over my knees. It's great if you can, but I'm more concerned that you're using the breath to really assist you. So that's number 5 coming now, inhale. Scooping the tummy muscles away from the floor on the out breath, halfway. If you need a break, sit back into child's pose again. Lower back can become tricky here. Inhale. Exhale. Scoop those tummy muscles there. They're getting a bit of a tremor here for me. That's 6. It's working. 7. Knees slightly off the floor. Full breath out. Full breath in. 3 to go. Take a break here off those wrists and the lower back if you need to. Join me. Inhaling into the back. Scooping the muscles off the floor. Out of my elasticated waist and down. Excellent. And I think I've got 2 more. Rest or repeat. Roll those shoulders. Inhale wide to the rib cage. Exhale. Tummy muscles are hollowing towards the spine. Pick up any slack on that waistband. And drop it down. 1 more. Neck is long, shoulders are down. And sit back, well done. No matter how many of those you did, that is good work. You're also managing to really benefit your wrists. And they are particularly weak on women. This is one of the key fracture sites of women. As we get older, so any bone loading you can do will combat osteoporosis as we get older. Might sound a bit too early for you to talk about osteoporosis in our 20s and 30s and 40s, but of course we're layering in bone, or building bone all the time, so you can actually keep building bone for the rest of your life. not just in through your growth into adulthood. So it is worth considering spending time onto your wrists if you can, and of course it's not giving you any discomfort. Rotate those wrists. We're almost done. It's just gone past 10, past 11. I'm just going to get myself a little drink. I'm super hot now. And then we're going to come on to our backs, where we'll do a little bit of a hamstring stretch, and we'll do a little bit of work loosening up our lower back there because we've just spent some time there really trying to stabilise into the pelvis, so all the muscles have worked really hard around the back of the pelvis. And then we're nearly done for our relaxation. I'm grabbing a drink. Well done, everyone. If you need any ankle rotation or a big full body stretch here, please take one. Cheers. Yahida. Okay, ladies. So again, make your way down to the floor comfortably there. Going down onto your backs, please. You can take your scarf with you for this section as well. So this is where we're going to do our relaxation, so you'll have enough time to be ready with what you need. So here, bringing yourself down. We'll just start doing a little bit of knees onto the chest. Feeling how your lower back feels. Great massage here in the lower back as we bring our legs towards us. If it feels a bit achy on the knees, particularly if you've got if your knees are feeling really sore, which can happen in the postnatal period, and obviously through pregnancy, just grab underneath. And then hold one. Maybe hold it under here if it feels better for you. If that feels too much. Yeah, and then slide that leg out. If that feels really pulling, like it's really pulling and tugging on the lower back, then we just want to bring that leg back up. And I'm just moving to see if you can see me. So I've come to this position. So here we're going to do a little bit of abdominal work. So just thinking about how those muscles work for us when we breathe out. In the Pilates breath, we're trying to scoop them down away from the waistband. And if you can use that breath, same again on this side, if that feels good, extend it a little bit. We're going to have a go. Just a little bit of cycling abdominal work here. Just notice how your breath is now. Now the choice is, depending on how strong you are here, to lift your head. And of course, you're lifting like potentially 5 kilos off the floor via your sternocleidomastoid muscles. It's a long word, isn't it? It's one of my favourite words. I don't know why I like it, but I do. It's these long muscles on the neck, and obviously they're not huge, are they? You can see them really clearly, but they're not huge. They have a large responsibility in holding up your head. So if you're not used to doing that, it's really going to be screaming at you. It's not good. So you can of course apply some support here underneath your head, kind of like making a little cushion, but trying to keep your neck kind of long here instead of down here. That's nice. Shoulder rolls back into there. That's good. That just gives me a perfect amount of support there, right at the back of the skull, base of the skull. If that's not for you, and you just haven't got that together and you've got any doning along the midline, which doesn't feel good, we're here. Alright, we're here. So just a little bit of cycle abdominal. As soon as you begin to take 2 legs off, there's a huge pull in the lower abdomen. So just feel that. If that doesn't feel right, you're still here. Or there. And as I breathe out, I'm still really working on drawing my tummy muscles towards the spine. I'm going to give us 30 seconds on this. I'm going to check in here. You can choose the option you want to. Ready, steady, go. If you're doing the Pilates breath, breathing in, breathing out. We'll go a little bit faster. If you feel like it. Breathing in, breathing out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Take your feet for a little journey. hard? It's a good question to ask. Is it easy, moderate or hard? Okay, so we're going to do it again. I want you to improve on what you've just done. Perhaps just focus on your breathing pattern to see if you're really like holding your breath or holding your jaw. Should we do it again? Pilates, single leg stretch or cycle abs. Go! That's the cycle abs that way. Play with it, especially if you haven't done it for a while. It might be your first time. Just see, little tap down, table tap. Still breathing out here, totally controlled. There's no doming, there's no bulging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. With control if you can. Can you do that 2 more times? We're doing it 2 more times. So what that means is we're going to do those 2 rounds again. Did you like the cycle abs? Did you find it was effective? Did you find you was really controlling it? Or did you like to extend the leg really far away as if you were at the end of your pedals on the bike? Did you like that? Or did you like to keep your head on the floor? And just really feeling the muscles drawing towards the spine, neck is long. What was really working for you? I want you to try, if you can this time, at the end of the exercise, to put your feet down really slowly when we come to 30, or if you were up here, come down really slow outside of when I say stop, okay? Go! Pilates single leg stretch. You're moving on, you know these exercises well already, take this one. Plenty of choices. This is only for those who know how to do this. You've done it before. 4, 3. Get ready to slow your legs down now. Go. Or your upper body. Excellent full body stretch. We've got 1 more of those to go. You can choose what you want to do. I'm just going to give you a little hamstring work. Have a good breather there. Let's do 1 leg up. Bend that underneath leg if it feels good. To support your back, take your leg down. Paintbrush, please. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Try and keep the opposite knee towards the ceiling. Spread those toes. Say hello to your toes. Last one. 3 paintbrushes. Draw that leg up, hold it up. If you like lifting up, lift up. If you don't, stay down with that head and shoulders. Try and get a little bit of stretch here. It doesn't have to be completely straight. It does have to be a stretch though. Somewhere between here and here, but you might feel it here. Just try the other leg. Paintbrush, please. Try and control your leg. We're almost done. 30 seconds and it's time for our relaxation. 1 more of those. Really pay attention to what your tummy's doing here, how it's responding. Become very mindful about your movements. Just hold that leg up for a stretch. Take what you need here. We're doing 30 seconds your favourite way, or you can just do some bridges here. Pelvic tilts, bridges, knees on chest. And just to show you your bridges, that'll do. Pelvic tilting, bridges can come up. A little wiggle. Get control of your body so you can really control it there. Controlling it, understanding the movement, understanding how it works. A couple of bridges will do. We've got 30 seconds, your choice. You ready? Go. Last one on the abs or the bridge. Go, she says. I'm just about to see the clock. I'm inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling for 2, exhaling for 2. Pilates breath. Otherwise you're cycling, because that's your choice. Maybe your head is on the floor. Either way, you're still working those muscles towards the spine. There's no bulging, there's no doming, and we are on time. 1. Rest. Open the legs here if it feels good. Take a couple of big deep breaths. Feel your body. The workout is done. You've done a little bit of Pilates today. It's quite concentrated work, so if you do feel a bit tired after doing your Pilates, that is understandable, ladies. We've just got a few few minutes left of this session. I'm going to roll you right over to one side, clap onto those hands. I haven't got a pillow under my head, so I'm not going to stay long. I'm going to roll you all the way back over to the other side, so mind your equipment. And then roll you back over one more onto this side. I'm going to bring you up to a seated position very slowly. Time for a top-up hydration, and then we're going to do some relaxation. So this is where you can just lie down in a way that's comfortable for you. I'm just going to read you a really cute little relaxation from a book that I'm using at the moment that I think you'll enjoy. It's a visualization, so if you haven't done that before, really just want to be able to hear me. You don't need to be able to see me at all for it, and I'll do it with silence and no music. So maybe you want to prop yourself onto a cushion if you're seated, or if you're going to lie down, just try and lie down maybe with your legs bent, if your lower back is niggly. Otherwise, we can just lie down on our backs. So here, great position, scarf over the eyes. Also great position, scarf over the eyes. Your choice, whatever brings you the most satisfaction. It's going to take about 3 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, and you're going to hear me ring my bell at the end of the session, and then you'll know I'm finishing off and I'm going to say goodbye. So bring yourselves into a position of comfort, ladies. You have worked hard. I hope you feel like you've had a little bit of a, bit of a stretch on your legs. If you're still feeling niggly on top, before you go on the floor, just have a little shoulder attention, chest attention, stretching. Palms can go in the back here, lift the chest. The more you exercise regularly, the more you'll pick up the stretches that you really love and that become really yummy and habitual to you. Lots of them you already know what to do, and you actually don't need much cueing to do them. It's just lovely to come together as a group to do them, isn't it? So keep coming back, keep watching these videos, keep making it part of your weekly routines. Okay, so off goes the music, on goes a cushion for me. And begin to just let your body settle down. Maybe just making any more small adjustments to your seat if you're seated. Making some small adjustments to your laying down position. In the last few minutes of today's session, so perhaps it's the first session of your week. So take the time here. You can always come back and watch this on rewind. So really settling down into your position, making yourself aware of your position on the floor, feeling the earth supporting you, the ground beneath you. This is a time for a couple of minutes that you can really enable yourself to let your body scan for any tension and then witness the tension automatically slipping away, maybe fraction by fraction, maybe breath by breath. Sunshine for the mamas. For the mamas all around the world. Close your eyes. Be very still and imagine you're lying down outside in the sun somewhere. Perhaps a place where you have been many, many times before. A place that is your happy place. Your body feels totally relaxed, and as I read this, with every word your body relaxes a little bit more. You lay comfortably on the ground, face up underneath the beaming sun. The rays of sun are soaking into every muscle, and a cool breeze blows over your body, relaxing you from top to toe. Feel the warmth of the sun kiss your legs, your shins, your knees and your thighs. Notice that your feet relax completely, giving in to the warmth of the sun. This peaceful, giving light we receive every day. Taking it all in, all the muscles around your tummy, they relax. Like the breathing belly of a baby. As you sink slowly into the ground beneath you, it feels as if the ground is coming up to meet you. As you relax deeper and let your body release tension right now. Take a big deep breath in. Exhale, rays of sunshine from within. Relaxing your shoulders, your arms, noticing the rays of the sun radiating their glow down on your body. Right now as you're relaxing, experiencing this solar power. As the sun touches your face, your neck softens, your chin softens, your jaw relaxes, the tongue drops into the bottom of the mouth. The muscles around your cheeks, between your eyes and around your eyes, they let go. Your forehead softens. Your eyes, as if there was another curtain behind both eyelids. Become heavier. You experience that relaxation behind the darkness of your closed eyes. Relaxing more into your shoulders, to your chest, your arms, your fingers, and your toes. As you breathe in and out gently, you feel your chest rising and falling, relaxing. Take in that life force, the air from around you, taking it in through your nose into your lungs, and witnessing it circulate around your heart. Sense that everything is being taken care of within your body, all around you as you lie there. Take another deep breath in. Maybe this one's a bit longer. In for 3. And out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do that one more time. Breathing in for 3. And out for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And back to your regular breathing pattern right now. You're still there out in the sun, very still, discovering your breath, discovering the space around you, discovering your body relaxing. Begin to open your ears as if they were flowers, a little bit closed, but then through the warmth of the sun, each petal opens up and your ears become more observant to the sounds around you. What can you hear close by? Noticing what's there. What can you hear far away, outside? Perhaps soft wings of butterflies flapping. Perhaps the leaves of a tree rustling, blowing. You feel so peaceful lying here, enjoying the sun and listening to the outdoor sounds. You repeat to yourself in your mind or softly spoken, just as you are now, 3 times along with me. I can relax. I can relax. I am relaxed. There's no need to get up from where you are now. You can hear the sound of my voice, you'll know that I'll be recording this session for anyone who wants to watch it on replay anytime, and our bank of resources on the Babi Actif page. Thank you for watching. Stay just as you are, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.